Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And today I'm going to be talking about the new release by Paul McCartney and Wings. One hand clapping. I just got this in my mail this morning. First of all, what is this specifically? Because it says it's a live album, which is true in a certain way. This is a studio live album without audience. So how live is it then? Because if you didn't like your take, you can do it again, which is of a different kind of excitement and concentration than when you have to play in front of an audience. So the term live is interesting here. Um, this was recorded in 1974. Paul McCartney and Wings were working on a documentary. They were being filmed for a documentary, and I believe they spent 4 days in studios of Abbey Road being filmed. Now, this is the first time they released this show on vinyl or officially. So after 50 years, live show by Paul McCartney and Wings. Well, before I get into the details of the album and what I think of it, I might show you the packaging. To be quite frank, I was a little bit let down. I ordered this for about 55 euros, which I think is really a lot of money. And then you get two pieces of vinyl um, with nice artwork on the inner sleeves, but they're put together in just a single piece of cardboard, not very thick cardboard, so you don't get a gatefold. I do like the artwork though. I think this is nice artwork, but I think 55 euros is a lot of money um, for just two pieces of vinyl. But you do get this sort of booklet. I'll show you the booklet. Well, then you have the artwork with a lot of white, and then there are very small pieces of information, and it's very little because all has been put down in English, in French, and in German, which is the first time I've seen it with a release. And honestly, I kind of get a vibe that they put all that in three languages just to get more text. They don't have a lot to say um, about the record itself. So I did some googling and found a story about the documentary. They also have some of that information in the booklet, though. Um, Now, putting it on, my first response is Paul McCartney and Wings. They are tight. They are a very tight band. Although, one thing though, this record has Linda McCartney on the Moog synthesizer, and during the first track, Jet, um, or the first track, the second track, the timing of the Moog is, and that song has to be really punchy. So, but that's the only music technical flaw that I could listen to. But then again, I'm not really focused on the technical skills of a performance. Really, I always try to focus on what emotion have they put on a record, and that in this case really changes. Side one has an okayish rendition of Jet. It's not bad. It's not bad, but the thing is, and that's what's kind of bothering me with this release is I have a perfect, beautiful pressing of Wings Across America. I have a beautiful Blu-ray of that show, and the pressing Wings Across America. Those are three-piece of vinyl. I paid 5 euros for that, and they are spectacular. The audience is loving them, and you're listening to a hype. I mean, a very interesting moment in time. It has also this 70s vibe. It's you hear Paul McCartney live on after the Beatles, and he's really at a peak there. And here you can hear he's a very good and tight musician, and it's a very good and tight band. But this does not have the energy of a live gig. So maybe I'm amazed is a good rendition. It's a good rendition. I like that it's there on side one, but I prefer the Wings Across America version. Just as with Jets, I prefer the Wings Across America version or the album version, which is also good. This is in the middle. It's in a studio, Abbey Road Studios. It's live, but not really live. Side two, Bluebird. Bluebird, that's good. I mean, that's very interesting. The dynamics there, it's tight. Band on the Run, and for Band on the Run and Live and Let Die, they even have an orchestra there. I must be honest, that is very interesting. That's a brilliantly added. It does do something with the timing. For example, with Live and Let Die, you hear that there's like this slower run for the orchestra, but no, it's good that they do that. It's a very good addition for this album. Then side three, Let Me Roll It. It's a good rendition of Let Me Roll It. I like that one. But then I'm also starting to be let down because you get some Beatles songs here. So if you look at the track list, Let It Be, Long and Winding Road, Lady Madonna. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I love the Beatles. What can I say? And Paul McCartney doing Beatles songs, yeah, I'm all in for it. But all these songs, all three of them, are just about a minute. So it's he plays a couple of chords, he sings a verse, and then he just ends it off. The band is not playing there; he's just there behind his piano, and it's oh well, it's a little bit of Let It Be, and then the long and winding road, and well, halfway through he doesn't have the interest for the long and winding road anymore. It's too long and winding. Sorry, that's the worst joke I've made in weeks. So he continues with Lady Madonna, and yeah, it's why would you do that? Why would you be so unfriendly to a beautiful Beatles song? Um, and that vibe, the vibe of Paul McCartney sitting behind a piano and just goofing around, playing a little bit of a song. That, you can also hear that a bit on side four. I mean, yeah, he is an incredible musician. When you hear him play, he's tight. He's a good vocalist. I mean, it's incredible how he reaches the notes. His technical abilities as a vocalist are really spectacular. You can hear that here. You can definitely hear that here. But is it an entertaining release? And my answer to that is no. I think this is mostly interesting for Paul McCartney diehards. I'm not even saying Beatle diehards because I'm a Beatle diehard. So I've all their albums mono stereo, and from some of these albums I have 10 different pressings because I'm a Beatles junkie. So I do have an interest. I do want to hear McCartney and the Wings. I want to hear it. But this one doesn't draw me in. And with such a brilliant alternative, I'm not really thrilled by this release. So I can imagine this is something for the McCartney lover, the McCartney collector. But I wouldn't call this an essential. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.